What is going on, everybody? We are back with the first Overwatch stream of the year, and my name is Bryce Blair here with Max. Max, how do you feel this game is going to go?
I think Varsity could stand a real chance. They've been punching above their weight class on a lot of the scrims they've been playing lately, and they've been doing really well. I think they stand a really good chance against this lobby today.
It's going to be interesting because the last year when we had Overwatch, a lot of the guys ended up not wanting to play, and basically one of the only returners is Dizzy and on Junkrat. So it's going to be an interesting team dynamic here coming into this first game, seeing how everyone gels together.
Absolutely, yeah. As a freshman, I have been talking to a lot of the other freshmen, which makes up like 4 out of the 6 people on the team. And I don't know, some of them are still like really trying to learn how to play as like the full team together, so it will be very interesting to see.
Round one, capture the objective.
Jumping straight in here, trying to go with the portal up top, going straight onto point. And Mount Union does the same exact thing. Big, huge kills right there, especially on that Rhine. And Mount Union just falls back. Still 5 seconds until we can start capping this point, but it doesn't look like they're going to charge it yet. They're waiting for their Rhine to get back in so they can push as one. It's going to be interesting now since Mount Union is running a Pharah, and Joran is really goated basically as a Junkrat. So don't be surprised if you see him just attack him one-on-one, and a big 4-man wipe right there. And ONU is capping a lot of points right here, already up to 30%, and Mount Union really hasn't even gotten that close to capping at least any part of it.
ONU with a nice fire strike through the window on the run or that.
And that is the fight there. We do get 4 guys down, and Mount Union caps. It's kind of unlucky there because their Pharah just got behind us and used their ult and took out 2 of us, one of them being our off tank. So kind of hard to win a fight when you don't have one of your main tanks. But it looks like we're going straight back in, boosting right around the corner. And we do have Dizzy and Tyre unsuccessful, but a big kill on their Rhine, and just that easy. ONU gets another 4-man kill and wipes them again. Gets the point right back. Mount Union only got 25% on that. And we do have Beat and Shatter for this next fight, while Mount Union only has their Mercy ult, but they are also a lot closer on everyone else. So I'm kind of expecting Mount Union here to just come around this corner and just start kind of throwing all their stuff forward. There's the res. Big Shatter and Beat coming out from ONU. Oh, big back window. Absolutely massive. And we almost C9 there with the Pharah Mercy. And the Pharah is just getting absolutely pocketed. But there goes the Mercy, and there goes Pharah. And that is the first map. A relatively easy handle for ONU.
Score 1-0.
Okay, Max. So are you expecting us to kind of stick with the same comp here going into this second map, or are you expecting us to kind of change it up or not?
I mean, already we do see Dizzy and switch to Pharah, kind of away from his typical junk. But I do think we will mostly be sticking to the same kind of brawl type comp. That is what we've been running a lot.
Never stop fighting for what you believe in.
So I think we will try and stick pretty close to that.
3, 2, 1.
And this map is going to play kind of similar to the first one, just because the point is just centered in the map and or enclosed in the center of the map, and there's not much that you can do from the outside height-wise. Jumping into the fight here, each team went to the opposite side and just kind of firing shots across the middle. Dizzy getting in some good shots here. Can he get the kill right here? Yes, he does. Huge pick on the McCree. Oh, big monkey play coming out. No Rhine right now. And another absolutely huge boop off the map from Dizzy and on as Farah as he gets 2 kills and Strider gets another. It's basically just their Rhine on point now, and down he goes as Dizzy already had his ult, which is just kind of absurd with how fast he gets it sometimes. It does help that he is also getting damage boosted by Mercy. Absolutely big brain play, because it's really hard to stop him once you're up there. You have to have extremely precise aim. And Dizzy still just farming damage off of them. We've seen Angry Monkey come on out and get an absolutely huge pickup on their Zarya. And just like that, another team wipe for ONU. And good thing they did not kill that Mercy, just because it's going to take her longer to respawn, and that's just going to make them have to wait longer to make this next push. Already up to 45%, and besides that first fight, Mount Union really hasn't gotten too terribly close yet.
No, not at all. And we will be probably looking at maybe a grab barrage in this next fight. That's what my call.
I was thinking the same thing, but I mean, since Dizzy's just going in, he got 2 kills, make it 4.
He doesn't even need it.
He's just too good sometimes. Like, even though his main is Junkrat, I mean, if we didn't say anything and you didn't know him at all, you'd probably think it would be Farah.
Yeah.
Farah versus Farah here, and Mount Union keeps pushing that right side, and Dizzy is still just absolutely farming damage. He's had his ult 3 times already, and a big kill from Striders with his ult. Mega grab, and not really to get any. We do end up getting 3 as we lose 1, but just like that, it's another 4-man wipe, and Mount Union has to reset, and that's actually just going to be the game right there. Absolutely massive win from ONU to get the first win of this series. I'm going to bet this is his ult right there in that side building here. It is not. It's his 2-man boop. And then he goes in and uses the ult there. So, pretty big game from Dizzy coming out there. And in all honesty, we looked like we have been playing together for years at this point.
Yeah, we have. Varsity has really come together in such a short amount of time that they've had recently. Doing a lot of scrims, a lot of practice together, and really a good team so far.
And Mount Union is getting to pick the map, so it's going to be interesting to see what they pick, because I know before Mount Union ends up picking Hollywood. I'm not too sure what we think is our best map. I know it used to be France, I believe. Not 100% positive. My game knowledge is a bit lacking at the moment, but
I don't think we have a map for this year, like the go-to ONU map yet. our Lijiang is pretty good so far. But I think other than that, it's kind of just up in the air at the moment.
Now, since it is Hollywood, do you think we're going to go with more of a brawl type like we have been running those first two maps, or do you think we're going to go back to, or do you think we're going to play more of a defensive type, just kind of let them walk up and just try to absolutely demolish them as soon as they turn a corner?
I think we'll probably stick to the brawl. We might maybe go double bubble on attack. I'm not, but I think for first point we'll probably go brawl. I don't know if Varsity has been really working on any defensive comps all too much recently. I know their brawl has been getting a lot of practice though, so I think that's probably what they'll run.
Okay.
Ready for battle.
And it looks like we are sticking with basically the same comp as the last map, except Dizzying back to Junk, and we are staying with the Monkey to start, so
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
we're going double bubble on defense here, so it's going to be interesting, especially since Mount Union is going with a different tank comp here with a Sig and Orisa. I know Orisa's been getting picked a lot more recently in the competitive scene, so it's definitely going to be interesting.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
Dizzy trying to get some quick, easy damage, but was not able to hit any shots right off the rip. That was a big rock from their Sig as he throws it straight into the side of the wall. And Mount Union pushing very hard to our right side. Dizzy and farming damage. No one's able to get a kill yet. And Mount Union's going all the way down and around. Monkey jumping straight in, getting some big damage. And getting out of there before he's able to get picked. Absolutely massive play right there. And Dizzying is already at his tire, and no one had even gotten a kill yet. And a big kill from the Dawn on their McCree. Now Mount Union starts to fall back. Monkey versus Soldier here right in the side. Monkey uses ult just to try to get some health and get out of that fight, and he does it successfully. So that fight took a good 2.5 minutes off the start of this game.
Yeah, that is big for ONU. Only ult we really used was Monkey. We still have Nano Tire.
Speaking of tire, here it is, and they shoot it before he's able to get it off. Not the greatest for us, but with how Dizzying is able to farm damage and get his ult as quickly as he does, it's not the worst thing in the world.
We do use the Nano on the Monkey to save him.
Big bubble coming out to protect that Monkey even more as they use Sig ult, but he gets no one with it. And we do get another kill there. Oh, absolutely massive, as we did end up using a couple ults there, I believe.
Yeah, I think we only used Bob in that fight. Managed to take him on back.
Now Mount Union only has 1:25 left, which, with the way these fights have been going, is just about one more.
Yeah.
Another
And
tire. Absolutely
massive.
massive.
Take some more time off the clock for them. They can't push without their tanks now. Gonna have to wait for them to respawn and get back.
Dizzying does go down there, but I mean, He does have some quick rotations with Junkrat, so
He does, and we could easily stall with grab.
and speak and you shall receive, I guess, as we used it there. We do end up losing our Zarya, which is unfortunate, but
Immediately res back.
absolutely. And we do lose Monkey, so this fight is leaning towards Mount Union at the moment, but in a big pick on the McCree, as we're able to keep it relatively close here.
And the nano junk coming out.
Just kind of trying to stall at the moment, really to no avail, trying to get as much out of this as possible. Big kill on their Orisa. Monkey coming out with some big plays, keeping this fight alive, but not able to stay alive long enough, but we are keeping the rotations going. Still not fully capped yet, and it is in overtime, so as soon as Mount Union steps off this, the time is going to run down relatively quickly, but it looks like they are going to cap this point here as it's just Monkey left, and he just leaves to preserve his health.
Yeah, that's probably smart. Don't stagger, try and get near spawn, hold them close at the choke.
We do have Tyre here, and we're close to grab for Zarya as well, but Mount Union has 3 of their ults ready, and one being grab and the other being Visor from Soldier, but absolutely huge kills coming out from Dizzy, but the fight is 2-2, so it's still anyone's game right now. And I think I jinxed it because as soon as I said that, we lose 2 and we have to fall back and reset.
Yeah, an unfortunate fight. They got us with their Sig ult and Soldier.
They used 3. They used the Mercy ult as well, so we definitely have the ult advantage right here. And speaking of, another big Tyre getting 2 after he already picked up 1. Dizzy with another multi-kill, just absolutely demolishing them right now.
He's kind of cracked, I'll say it.
And Striders did switch to a Tracer here, trying to give a different look, possibly trying to get behind, deal damage, and get out, trying to make them focus on 2 ways at once.
Yeah, hopefully he'll get some good picks on their healers in the back line.
Angry Monkey coming out, going straight for that Sig, absolutely hounding him right here. Very low health and not able to get him, but we do get a trade on the Soldier and our Monkey. So,
and I believe they did waste Immortality on the Sig for them when the Monkey was going after him. So
Zarya very high charged here at 85, just absolutely mowing through, and we get 4 kills there, and a Tyre coming out kind of wasted, but I mean, it kind of happens.
yeah, with Dizzy though, he'll get it. Oh, he doesn't even need to get it back.
All in all, a really solid performance coming out again from ONU. We held really well those first 2.5 fights down in that first point, but as soon as we got 1 picked, we weren't really able to get anything going to protect that first point.
Yeah, no. But I think we will take an easy second or attack on this. I'm expecting for ONU to go a brawl. They might stick with double bubble, but I do expect to see a brawl here.
Striders was on Widow, now coming out as McCree. Let's see how long they... Oh, didn't last long at all as he already switched to Tracer. So... let's see how he's going to play this. If he's going to try to go and get far behind, possibly get a pick on either their Mercy or BAP and just kind of dip out. But switches to Sombra. This is probably the best possible person to do this tactic with.
Oh, and back to Tracer he goes.
I'm just going to stop saying who characters are until we actually start the game from now on, as they just apparently like to hear me
And
and
he's back
change their
to
characters
Widow.
even more. So Mount Union coming out with a Mei, trying to have that wall so that way they can try to stall us just a bit. But at the moment, we're just kind of underneath, fighting up, trying to just deal damage, and Monkey goes right up there, dealing a lot of damage. There's the Mei wall, and a big jump over that wall from Monkey to stay alive and not go down one early. Big 3 kills there, 2 from Dizzy and 1 from Striders, but their BAP does get 2. So good shots there from their Sigma and Dizzy, and as it looks like we may have to retreat and hold up, but Dizzy just going around the side trying to just stay alive at the moment. Mount Union doesn't seem to know he's there yet, luckily.
I expect to see a tire as soon as ONU pushes back in from the back line from Dizzian. Get a few early picks on them before the fight even starts, maybe.
And here it is. Is it a big brain call? Yes, it is, as we do get a kill.
And
There's another. Oh my gosh.
They waste immortality early in this fight. Not a lot of sustain left from them.
Angry Monkey coming out, going straight for the Mei. Another 4-man kill for ONU, as it looks like we're going to cap this point right here. Getting super aggressive here, only having one person cap, trying to get them Mount Union pushed back as far as humanly possible. But we capped that with about 2:10 or a minute 10, 2:10 left. So we have a lot more time than Mount Union did to try to escort this. Only halfway to the next point.
Dizzian absolutely going in hard. 3 kills before the fight hardly even starts. Another pick from the Ana.
Are we going to see a Tracer Bomb? Yes, we are. And he sticks the McCree. Absolutely massive.
Just staggering them one after another. It's going to be really hard for them to contest before we get it like right up close, I think.
And this is an interesting setup that ONU's got here. We got our DPS getting damage boosted on the side as Dizzian does pick their Mei yet again. But as they all start to push out, a big kill there from Dizzian yet again on another healer, but they got the res off right away. And their Mei ult does come out. They used 3 or 4 ults right there just in that fight. So
Yeah, we almost have Tire back up. We have Grav. Maybe Monkey by this next fight too.
and depending on how Striders plays this, he might get Tracer Bomb in this fight as well. So, in all honesty, if we get him, I'm expecting just all of our ults to come out here as soon as we get in this fight. I mean, there's really no need not to use them. I mean, if we get a team wipe, everyone jumps on cart and we cap it right then. So
Absolutely. And going for an early tire.
Sending it straight to the Mercy so they can't get a res, and we get a kill on there. Oh my gosh, we get a kill on everybody. So time to kill Mei, start pushing the cart, and everyone hops on, just trying to keep them in their spawn.
And that's an easy second map from ONU.
Absolutely huge game. Yet again, we're really rolling with this brawl type that we're going with. The double bubble, it's
Yeah.
working a lot better than I thought it would.
Yeah, Varsity has been talking big game about their double bubble, and it's really showing.
See, I remember last year we'd always have to have a Rhine, and when we started that first map with Rhine, we only used him for the first fight, and as soon as he died, we switched to Monkey and haven't looked back.
Yeah.
And it looks like they are choosing Busan as the next map. So I'm not really expecting any changes for our comp with how well it's been working.
I'm not either. Unless something really goes wrong, I think we will price stick double bubble through the third game or match.
And this is a best of 5. Looks like they are actually going with Horizon for the next map. So a map that isn't usually picked a whole bunch, in all honesty.
No, it's really not.
And I lied yet again, as there is a confusion on what map needs to be picked. So until the game starts, I'm just kind of going to let it go, because I know if I say something, they're just going to change it about 3 more times. So okay, it looks like they are sticking with Havana right now. Escort map, like I said, still expecting double bubble. The only thing with this map is possibly might see Disney switch back to Farah to start.
I think that's a very good possibility to see. His Farah has been really popping off lately, getting a lot of good picks on the other team.
And with this map being so open, he has a lot of height to play with here, especially on some of the ledges, get even higher, possibly get some dirty picks over one of the buildings off rip. So I'm going to call a big brain prediction and call that's exactly what he's going to do. So if you heard it here first, Dizian definitely goes Farah, gets 1 pick over the building right off rip if we're defending first.
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
If you look in top left, I called it. Dizian is going far to start.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
It's almost like he heard me. He's definitely getting set up for it.
They will be going Widow, it seems, though, so he will have to look out for the early pick.
And Mount Union also has a Genji. So they're switching up their comp a little bit to try to... They're trying basically everything, it seems like, to try to figure out how to combat our brawl-type comp.
Yeah,
Stop the payload.
and they do switch off the Widow almost immediately.
And Dizian did get picked by McCree, so my prediction was not fully correct, but it was pretty close.
Yeah. We are down a main tank now too. We will have to back up a considerable amount, give them some space, wait for that to get back.
Mount Union started off super aggro, but as soon as they got to that corner, they just kind of stopped. They're not pushing forward, trying to get us staggered or anything. And Dizzian does get picked by their Genji, so not the best start, but we still do have some time before they get to this first checkpoint. And our Zarya is super high charged, basically at 100 already. Can we do any damage? Big kill from Striders there, as he does get their Rhine. So now they basically don't have any shields.
We do pop the Mercy ult, save our Rhine a little bit. While we push in, get some picks, and res the Rhine immediately.
And just like that, I mean, it's basically like back to the start of the game.
Yeah, I will say Mount Union is winning in the ult economy right now with almost all 6 ults up, while we only have 3.
Yeah, I'm expecting a Zarya bubble, as there it is, but we do end up trading in it, so we did combat it pretty well. But they were able to get the res on the Genji, and we were able to get the res on our Rhine, but we do lose 2. There's the Shatter coming out. He didn't use charge, but it does not matter, as we do basically get team wiped and have to reset as Mount Union caps the first point.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
And Polar on the Genji is just getting the upper hand on Dizzian right now. He's definitely got to be thinking of something to try to combat that Genji. He's only died basically to him. Will we see the Tyra come out this fight, as Dizzian does get put to sleep up top? We do trade, and Dizzian does go down, so we are down 1 in this fight with very low health to our main tank, as there goes Ryan and Lucio. And basically a team wipe again for Mount Union. So as of right now, we do seem to be struggling with the comp of Genji McCree coming from Mount Union.
We should get 1 more fight in before this point. Hopefully we'll see a good few picks from this tire from Dizzian.
Trying to wait out their Zarya. Does, but the Zarya popped bubble just in time. But we do get 2 kills, but Mount Union gets 2 kills right back on us. And still basically up in the air. Can Strider hit his shots? Yes, he can. But Polar gets Striders there. No one on cart. Possibly just work on a stall right here. A nanoed Genji. Big kill from Striders with his ult. And we still do have Shatter here, but not able to get it off. Now it's basically, can we stall long enough and just... We do jump on. Can we keep it going? We do use Ammo Field, but basically to no prevail. Still stalling right now, but Mount Union does get the kill on Lucio, and they do cap this second point.
And Dizzian does switch to Soldier. He sees that the Genji is just messing him up a little too much with his junk.
Mount Union's McCree did not get anyone with his high noon there. And we have 4 ults ready, and Dizzian is almost a visor on Soldier. There comes Window from Bab, and we start pushing through, which is a bold strategy with the Window, but forcing Mount Union to just kind of fall back, try to regroup, and only 2 minutes for Mount Union to get to all 3 points on this and make it just that much harder on ONU. That was an absolutely massive kill from our Ryan on theirs, as their Ryan went to shatter, and we killed him right before he hit his hammer, so he just wasted it.
Yeah, that was absolutely huge. We only used, what, one? I think we only used B.
B, and that's about it, yeah. And we used Visor.
Visor.
As Dizzy does switch back to Junkrat. He does feel confident in it, so let's see how this is going to play out.
Genji is going for the Nano Blade in our backline. Gets 1 pick so far.
And we do lose 4 there. And that Genji pick has worked extremely well for them so far.
It really has. That has pretty much won them out all the space that they've taken so far. And maybe even the 3rd point.
Now we really just got to work on getting our stall rotation down, as Striders does switch to Tracer, but it doesn't really matter as their McCree was able to stun her. Spin to win here coming out from Ball. Just, ooh,
We
bold
do
strategy.
see 9 in the end though.
Bold strategy to let go of the cart there, but I mean, there was really nothing we could do to combat that Genji.
No, I think that will be the biggest problem for this attack on Havana, is dealing with their Genji if they go him again, which I predict they will.
I don't see why they wouldn't, even though they are on defense. I mean, don't really fix what's broken.
Right. I mean, their biggest thing is countering Dizzy and making sure he doesn't get those early picks on them. Because Junkrat will just get those insta-kills on the team, like, as soon as the fight starts.
Ready for battle.
And Polar did switch to Soldier, so maybe not looking to go as aggressive on defense, which, I mean, if they want to do it, I mean, that's just something. It's going to be easier for Dizzian to go back to Junkrat that way.
Yeah. Striders does go Widow, likely just for like the first few seconds, see if they can get a nice early pick, then maybe switch off to something else.
Do we see Dizzian go Pharah?
We do.
Oh. Mega Brain call coming out from me here again.
They will be running double hit scan, so he does need that Mercy pocket.
He is getting damage boosted, just absolutely farming right now.
Really holding that corner, getting the cover, making sure their hit scan can't do anything.
Absolutely massive pick from Striders on Widow, but they do get the res immediately. Big boops coming out there from Dizzian, getting them off of high ground, making it just that much easier for us to move forward into that spot.
Striders does stick with the Widow and
Ooh.
gets another great pick.
Make it 2! Oh my gosh, only headshots.
Let's see if he can get the 3rd though.
Dizzian does get 2. Make that 3 for him. Oh my gosh.
What an easy first point.
And look there in the top right. Polar says, I've had enough. Switches back to Genji. But, I mean, it really wasn't broken. So I don't know why he switched, trying to just play more defensive.
I'm not sure. It is an interesting call for first point, and I do think it might have lost them it.
but this Orisa play is different, trying to go more damage based and have 2 actual shields instead of going double bubble.
Striders does get the early pick on the Genji, makes their switch not matter at all.
Do we see a Pharah ult coming in from Dizzian? We did, but he kills himself, which is very, very unlucky because now we have our tank and our DPS down, so now we just have to reset.
Yeah, it is an unfortunate ult. But he does go back to junk. Bring out the tried and true. Let's see if he'll give him a little more value than his Pharah.
Here comes Window, just dealing absolutely massive amounts of damage. We do lose 2. We do get a res on our Orisa, which is absolutely massive, getting both our shields back. Mount Union really sitting that high ground. Big play from Sid coming out.
Do we see the ult? It's pushed back a little too much for that Sig ult.
There's just so much happening right now. It's really kind of hard to follow, but Genji did use Blade and gets 4, so
Yeah, that Nano Blade really just messes stuff up for us. But I think we did dry fight that. We didn't use any ults that fight, and they used 3.
and they do have BAP Window, McCree, High Noon, and they're going to have Sig Grav here. So it's basically going to be a battle of the ults for this, as the, Striders almost picks their Genji.
They use Window,
Bongos does come out.
and they do get the tire before Dizzian can detonate. Unfortunate, but it happens. We do pick their Orisa.
And they go for the res, but they're not able to get it. So Polar is really just diving in, and we do get the res on Dizzian, and we are up in this fight. So now we gotta hop on cart and just kind of push it as far as we can right now before they respawn. We are getting
Early Sig ult.
we are getting good distance on this, and if we can just keep them up in that top room, I mean, it looks like they're going to work on a stall formation here, but absolutely massive tire yet again from Dizzian. Really the first one that he's connected on this map.
Yeah, I think so.
Damage increased.
And we do have High Noon and Mercy ult, and a big pick from Striders. Here comes High Noon. Very, very unlucky there, as he was not able to get a kill. Dealing lots of damage here, really increasing his ult charge already back up to 20% after quite literally just using it. Bongos is thrown down, and lots of damage coming out now with that damage boost. Big Sig ult? Absolutely it is. And just like that, ONU is just marching toward this final point. All they really got is that BAP, and now he's dead. And now they're going with the spin to win, so let's see how it's going to work out. In this
Not too well.
This BAP window is absolutely massive for the time being, as he is just melting every single person.
It's really crazy. And we are up 1:19 on them for the next fight. Or
in all honesty, once we broke through on that, going to that second checkpoint right around that corner, it was just a steamroll from there. Like,
Oh.
we've understood what we needed to do, and we just kind of ran with it.
Yeah, for sure. Just getting them staggered. They can't come in for a full fight, and we just take the cart to the end. That's what we like to see from ONU.
And we are staying on offense here. We do get 219 compared to to Mount Union's 1 minute. So I might have lied. Mount Union looks to be on the attack here. So we are going with mostly the same comp, but changing the DPS, going with Dizzian on McCree and Striders on Soldier here.
And we do see Polar switching up from last time, going Genji on the start. We'll see if that changes anything for the first point.
I feel like Polar might want to get really aggressive here. He might try to go and just start deflecting shots from Striders and Dizzian. But it's definitely a lot different tactic this time around compared to the first time for ONU. And there comes Polar, going for the super aggro play, but Dizzian was able to read it. But big pull from Marissa and big kill from Sigma on Dizzian, but we are able to get the res. Mount Union's really just, everyone's sitting on cart just walking forward.
We are down 2 at the moment. This will be a hard fight to come back from.
Do we get to see the stall formation come out? It looks like it is. And
Ooh, a great pick on the Sig.
big kill from Dizzy there, not letting Mercy get the res. And absolutely massive, honestly, as we were able to hold off Mount Union when it didn't look possible.
Yeah, no, I did not see that coming. ONU really pulled it out there, though.
But like they do always say, winnable.
Absolutely.
And we still get 219, and all we have to do is just get to that first checkpoint.
I think this is definitely extremely winnable for ONU. Their Genji did not have the same value he did in the first round, that last fight. So we'll see if they try and stick with it on Polar.
And I'm expecting ONU to come out the same way they did the first time we were attacking, with Dizzian on Farah, but
The Torbjorn Bastion, though. Going for a pirate ship, perhaps?
going with the absolutely most hated player in the game in Bastion. So the coach has definitely got something in mind.
I would say so. I mean, they don't have their Genji anymore, so they can't deflect the Bastion or anything.
But I am guaranteeing you that Mount Union is not expecting a Bastion or a Torbjorn in this situation.
Not at all.
But this is going to be an interesting strategy for Mount Union right there on the left. And just trying to charge us as soon as we come out.
They do get the early pick on Dizzian's Bastion, though. Or Strider's Bastion, I mean.
And it did work for them.
It did.
And with the setup that we had, it really did not work well for us. Like, we needed them to be at distance, and they, for some reason, wanted to charge. So they must have known we were up to something.
I guess so. But we will see a switch to Hanzo McCree. See if that gives us a little more value up close.
And we do get Diva out of mech. Are we able to finish the kill before she gets mech back? going with a Sombra, it looks like. No, Strider's switches to Genji, hoping to give Mount Union a taste of their own medicine. But we just can't get anything going with Mount Union sitting right behind that cart. Possibly absolutely massive window. Can we get shots on that Mercy?
A good Sigil, getting 4 of them in the air. D.Va D-Mech. And a pick on the Rhine.
And we finally were able to get some kills there. And now everyone is hopping on the cart as the Dawn here is getting super aggro, hoping to keep them back a little bit. Now it looks like we're doing exactly what Mount Union did coming around this corner last time. Just sitting right on cart. There goes Bongos.
And a D.Va Bomb that doesn't do a whole lot from Mount Union.
Absolutely big deflection from Striders there. Able to get their Rhine, but he does go down in the process.
We do get the res on our BAP. Use Immortality.
And their Rhine is behind us, just swinging away at Orisa. Not able to get the kill, luckily. And we do have Blade now. We got Blade and High Noon, and we just used Window. Here comes Blade, really focusing on the main tank. Down he goes. All we really need here is just 2 more kills, and we're able to get the point. There they are.
And that's just another great round from ONU.
Almost done. Mount Union really just trying to get back, try to stall us as long as possible. And there it is. ONU gets the 3-game sweep to start the season.
That's really great for them.
Very solid performances from everyone today, especially from Dizzian and Striders there. Really popping off in those first 2 maps.
They were.
Speaking of popping off, Polar did pop off a ton on that last map.
He did.
All credit to him. But it looks like that is going to do it for the Overwatch stream today. We will be back at 2 o'clock for League of Legends. So tune back in then. Thank you guys for watching.